Okay, so you said you're a black man voting for Trump. Well, I'm a black woman and I'm voting for Harris. And it's not because she's black and it's not because she's a woman. I'm voting for her because her policies support every American, not just the rich white ones. I'm voting for her because she actually knows the law and she knows how government works. Her resume alone outmatches his. And putting the two resumes side by side, there should be no question as to who you should vote for. That's why I choose not to vote for a former, twice impeached president who increased the national debt by $7.8 trillion even before the pandemic hit, who fumbled the ball when handling COVID. Because one, he threw away the playbook that Obama gave him. Why? Because he was black? Or he just didn't feel like it was important enough. Two, he didn't warn anybody when he found out that COVID existed. Oh, it's just the flu. It's going to go away once it starts getting hot, which caused millions of Americans to die, including my mother and two uncles, because he pushed against wearing a mask and social distancing. Also pushed against the vaccine until he got it right. He sucked so badly, we fired him in 2020, whether he wants to believe it or not. Now, putting aside his past as the president, let's just go according to his policies that he's stating now. Now, even though he's spoken at their conferences, the Heritage Foundation, flat out said he was working with them to put together his new policies for his next presidency. Project 2025, thing half his administration helped to write. Let's just pretend he had nothing to do with that at all. Policy he likes to talk about in all his rallies and conferences are tariffs. Tariffs. It's his end-all, be-all for everything. Tariffs is going to save the day. And anyone who knows what tariffs actually mean knows that it's a losing solution to the American people. Just saying. We will suffer the consequences of tariffs with our own hard-earned money. Because the extra money that the other countries incur by those tariffs, they'll be passing it on to us. And we'll have to pay out of pocket for it. Here's an example. Like China, like he likes to keep talking about. Say normally we buy something that's made in China for $1. But now with these new awesome tariffs, we're paying $1.75. Why is that, you say? Well, that thing that you bought for $1 before cost China 50 cents to make. Now with the new cool tariffs, cost them 75 cents to make. In order for them to make a profit, they have to charge us more. They're tacking on that extra money, the 25 cents for the tariffs, adding on an extra FU because they have to pay tariffs to begin with. So hence our now $1.75 price. That's going to happen with all of the products that they have to pay tariffs on. Not just for China, but all the other countries too. So in essence, everything will be more expensive to us. That's why every president prior to this one thought tariffs were a bad thing for the American economy. Yeah, I forgot. Somehow this guy is an exception to the rule, and his tariffs are going to work when it didn't work for 200 years. Then we can't forget his awesome policy to re-up the tax breaks for the rich. Unless you're a millionaire, I don't know how that helps you. Or the regular Joe in America. So far, I'm not seeing how the policies are helping the regular American. But I digress. Let's move on. We can't forget his winning policy to deport all the migrants. Deport millions of people regardless of their immigration status. Because that's going to help Americans. How does that help Americans again? Well, per Trump, that would give us back our black and Hispanic jobs. Because the jobs that those immigrants and migrant workers took were predominantly labor jobs like construction, agriculture, maintenance, food service. Those jobs. Jobs that pay those migrant workers less than minimum wage. Less. So if he gets rid of all those migrant workers, now those companies and farmers have to hire American John to take their place. Let's say the farmer hires American John because he had to get rid of his migrant workers. Now, American John won't take the job unless it's $15 an hour. And American John can only work 5 hours because he's complaining it's too hot and too much work. So he can only pick for 5 hours when you had the migrant worker picking for 10 to 12 hours a day at less than minimum wage now. So now because of American John having to do the job, it's costing the farmer more. Why is the farmer paying more? Because he has to pay American John $15 an hour. He's got to account for all the waste product now because American John can't pick as fast as the migrants. So he's got a lot of wasted crop. In order for him to break even, if that, instead of us paying $5.99 for strawberries, we now have to pay $10.99. So how is Trump's policies helping the average American again? Because I just see costs going up. I don't know about you. I'm just talking about his economic policies. Not the rest of the stuff. Because from what I hear, everybody keeps saying he's such a good businessman. From what I know, good businessmen don't go bankrupt 6 times because they mismanage their money. I'm sure for him it's easy to stay rich when you don't pay your bills or taxes, right? Unfortunately, the rest of us common folk, we don't have that luxury. I guess that's my reason for voting for Kamala. I don't expect a born rich white man, never worked a day in his life, understand what it truly means to be an average American. No average American problems. To provide average American solutions.